вот путь осилит идущий. Тот, кто идет, тот, кто не останавливается, тот, кто проходит все преграды перед достижением цели. Есть много преград, есть много стопов, которые хотят тебя остановить, есть какие-то сомнения, есть неуверенность, есть критика.
Four key areas of the Usyk style that really help him stand out, that almost define him as a fighter.
Нет, меня не переполняет чувство, я просто готовлюсь к этому, я спокойно к этому отношусь, никак не ликую, если Господь мне дал такую возможность.
Oleksandr Usyk, the reigning unified heavyweight champion, is currently immersed in an intense training camp as he prepares for high-stakes showdowns with both Tyson Fury and Daniel Dubois. These bouts represent contrasting challenges. Fury's size, slickness, and unpredictability differ sharply from Dubois' raw power and youthful aggression. Usyk, known for his cerebral approach to boxing, has reportedly tailored his preparations accordingly, focusing on maintaining peak conditioning while fine-tuning strategies to exploit each opponent's weaknesses. Furthermore, Usyk's training concentrated heavily on footwork and movement. Usyk moves like a cruiserweight while being a heavyweight, continuously circling, shifting positions, and employing lateral movement to open doors. His team has emphasized agility drills, balance training, and light sparring with taller opponents to simulate Fury's rangy, awkward style. For Dubois, Usyk was recently observed combining strong body shots with deft combinations while smashing the heavy bag with speed and accuracy. He has a heavy-handed technique in addition to being a smooth mover, as evidenced by the force of his blows. The bag was shaken with authority as each blow was administered with meaning and attention. During training, Usyk recently showed off his quick reflexes, responding with ease to erratic stimuli and swift targets. He moved fluidly as he avoided, parried, and countered, showcasing his timing and accuracy. The video demonstrated his extraordinary awareness and lightning-fast reflexes.
Be interesting to see what we get from Usyk. I have to say, previous experience will tell us he won't do a hell of a lot. He's not got his hands wrapped, for example. He hasn't got a training team in the ring with him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, hands aren't wrapped. I don't think we're going to see a whole pile here. Maybe a few little tricks, bit of stretching.
Yeah, I think there's a fitness video in the making here. This is star jumps. Just loosen up the arms.
Yeah. Maybe a bit of shadow boxing, because he is loosening up, he is warming up.
Fascinating what Oleksandr Usyk had to say. I mean, one thing I would say from both promoters, they talk a brilliant game.
Interestingly, conditioning remains the bedrock of Usyk's game. Known for his relentless work rate, he maintains a strict training schedule that includes high-intensity interval training, HIIT, long-distance running for endurance. Moreover, he can keep up a strong tempo for the entire 12 rounds thanks to his gas tank, which is crucial, especially when facing larger, frequently slower heavyweights. This engine will be crucial in countering Dubois' powerful early rounds and Fury's lean-on strategies. Tactically, Usyk is refining his southpaw stance to create awkward angles, working with elite-level sparring partners who mimic Fury's feints and Dubois' power punches.
People say Usyk is not a puncher, but how can you say to someone who is the Olympic champion and undisputed cruiserweight champion that he's not a puncher?
Additionally, in order to develop functional strength and endurance, Usyk was observed using kettlebells and dynamic movements throughout his training. His exercises, which included presses, squats, and swings, were all designed to increase his explosiveness and core strength. He can sustain his conditioning and punching power over protracted, taxing battles with the support of this kind of training.
Skilled, has really high boxing IQ, and that will be a huge challenge for him. I think it might be the toughest fight of his career, no matter whether he loses or wins. Size doesn't matter. Power matters, but if you have power, you still need skills to bring that power to the aim, you know? To place your punch to someone's chin, you don't need too much power to let him down.
What's more, Usyk concentrated heavily on improving his punching speed by using speed bags and gloves to practice quick combinations. Because of his lightning-fast hands, he was able to overwhelm opponents with punches so frequently that they were unable to predict his next move. In the ring, Usyk developed one of his most deadly weapons by honing his speed. With the undisputed crown on the line and a legacy-defining few months ahead, Usyk is sharpening both body and mind for the biggest tests of his storied career.
He stuck to the plan. He trusts his trainer, and as soon as they agree with the trainer.
In addition to being a focused athlete, Oleksandr Usyk is a fun and gregarious presence at his training camp. Even during tough sessions, he keeps the mood light, jokes with his colleagues, and frequently breaks into impromptu dances. His lighthearted demeanor keeps spirits up and helps counterbalance the stress of preparation.
My life, dancing, music, boxing, that to give me power, you know, I relax. Great. I don't like when people, you know, all the time, yes, like serious, don't smile. It's bad. Listen, God give me life. God give me sun, day, people, my friend, acquaintance. Smile, please. It's great.
Oleksandr Usyk's fighting style is rooted in technical brilliance, footwork, and high boxing IQ. Being a natural southpaw, he often changes positions to confound opponents and generate tough angles for clean shots. Recently, Sands dissected Usyk's technique, highlighting his command of distance control, angles, and feints. He disclosed that Usyk uses deliberate and purposeful actions to establish traps and manage the fight's tempo. Sands noted that Usyk is constantly on the balls of his feet, both on the front foot and back foot. He remains light, balanced, and always prepared to move or respond thanks to this positioning. It is essential to his ability to easily change angles and manage distance. This footwork is essential to Usyk's evasive and unpredictable game, according to Sands.
He's conventional style, bladed, so his body's pointing towards the opponent, so it's sort of aligned roughly towards the opponent, but he's a balls of the feet fighter. He's constantly on the balls of his feet, and that's on both feet, front foot and rear foot. He prides mobility over everything else. That's his key thing. That's the thing that where he really feels comfortable.
Additionally, he also pointed out that Usyk is highly effective in using phased attacks, breaking his offense into calculated bursts. He explained that Usyk employs the pendulum step to shift in quickly, land punches, and then shift out before his opponent can respond.
One of the key techniques he uses, and we always called this the phased attack. I mean, this is something I was coached as a young boxer back in the 80s and 90s. So it's it's also referred to nowadays as the pendulum step, but it's just that little principle of out and in. It's a really Eastern European thing to do. It's an amateur boxing basic. It's what we do a lot in amateur boxing. It allows you to strike out, come out of range, so you're back to the edge of range.
This in and out rhythm keeps rivals off balance and prevents counterattacks. Sands emphasized that this method showcases Usyk's tactical depth and control in the ring.
Usyk really hovers on the edge of range, uses that phased attack or the pendulum step to shift in, shift out, in, out. That's an absolute fundamental of his style.
Furthermore, Sands further said that Usyk has a great southpaw stance, which plays a key role in his dominance over opponents. Usyk can create odd angles and make shots from unusual situations thanks to the posture. Additionally, it makes it challenging for conventional fighters to time and counter him. According to Sands, Usyk makes clever and accurate use of this advantage.
Usyk is really amazing at dominating this space. He'll do things like, he'll be in front of the opponent, balls of his feet, guard nice and high. He'll slip, and then he'll pivot across so that he can come into that space. These little aspects of footwork, so he's in, and then he's across, dominating the space to his right and to the orthodox opponent's left.
He further revealed that Usyk's defense is equally strong, backed by exceptional movement and high ring IQ. He explained that Usyk doesn't just block or dodge, he makes smart, reactive decisions based on his opponent's actions. This allows him to evade punches while positioning himself for quick counters.
So that high guard position leaves him really well defended in this position, and very rarely does it slip from there, does it shift from that position. It also puts him in the really great position of, he's fantastic with reactive defence. So he can see punches coming, so if a hook comes here, it doesn't take much for him to just turn into it and block it there. Or if a hook's coming to the body, turn in and block there. Same on that side. So you can see it makes him defensively really effective.
Moreover, Sands concluded by saying that Usyk is a specialist at long range and a true master of it. He uses time, technique, and accuracy to manage the distance, making it difficult for opponents to get closer. By avoiding contact and making accurate shots, Usyk sets the pace. Usyk's long-range skill is what makes him unique in the heavyweight class, Sands underlined.
Usyk is one of the, possibly the best long-range fighter in the world. He is a long-range expert. That's his game. He's a specialist at long range.
Usyk has often been praised by various boxing figures for his technical brilliance and exceptional ring IQ. Prominent names like Tyson Fury and Ricky Hatton have acknowledged his unique skills, particularly his movement and strategic approach. His ability to adapt and outthink opponents has earned him widespread respect across the boxing world. Ricky Hatton said that Usyk had a distinct and clever training style that stood out in this camp. Usyk received precise and inventive training, from specialized drills to his laser-like focus. Hatton commended the way Usyk sets an example for younger fighters by combining diligence with astute preparation. In his camp, mastery was more important than effort.
Oleksandr Usyk has actually been here training in your gym, Ricky, hasn't he? And he's had one or two interesting ways of getting his reflexes going.
It was, I mean, in one respect it's fascinating to see how, you know, people from different countries, Eastern Europeans, train. I mean, one point he was guessing numbers of the cards, and one minute he was catching coins like that, you know, for hand-eye coordination. And then he went to his bag and took his skip. I thought he was going to get a skipping rope, and he took 4 or 5 balls out and started juggling. The only good thing for Tony is he didn't drop one.
According to him, Usyk's approaches are didactic, which means that simply observing him at work can teach you anything. Usyk combines discipline and accuracy in every movement he makes throughout training. In addition to improving performance, his drills teach technique and concentration. Hatton and the others watching Usyk's preparation saw it as a master class in how top fighters get ready.
I always find it fascinating when people from other countries come in the gym and seeing the different training methods they have. You never stop learning in this game, so it was very, very interesting to see.
In addition, Paulie Malignaggi also praised Usyk's brilliance and versatility, identifying him as one of the best European fighters of this age. He cited Usyk's ring intellect and technical mastery as distinguishing characteristics. Malignaggi claims that Usyk isn't only staying at the same level, rather he is becoming better with every battle and training session. What really sets him apart is his development as a fighter, even at the highest level.
Paulie, just how impressed have you been by Oleksandr Usyk's career so far? It's been meteoric rise, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world, probably on the pound-for-pound list. You know, it's funny because he and Lomachenko have a similar dynamic in this. They're more of these modern of Eastern Europeans. They have the great fundamentals that Eastern Europeans always bring, but they also have this fluidity to them. They're almost like a new age, evolved Eastern European fighter. So you don't get worse; they only get better.
Most notably, in his recent interviews, Tyson Fury has also commended Oleksandr, recognizing the Ukrainian as a skilled and serious opponent. Usyk is not an easy fighter to handle, according to Fury, who emphasized his awkward style, ring IQ, and movement. He acknowledged that Usyk poses some difficulties that many heavyweights find difficult to overcome. It's evident that Fury respects Usyk's skills despite the trash language.
He's not an easy boxer to figure out. He's a slick southpaw mover, with very good skills, Olympic gold medalist, and he's coming on some good form, so I'm really looking forward to the challenge.
Another important figure, Don Charles, was very excited about the impending fight between Daniel and Usyk, describing it as a terrific matchup between two of the greatest in the heavyweight class. Although he recognized Dubois' skill and strength, he offered Usyk particular recognition for his ability, background, and winning mentality. Charles emphasized Usyk's shrewdness in the ring, his unparalleled mobility, and his capacity to tackle any style. According to him, Usyk is a unique fighter who keeps pushing the envelope in contemporary heavyweight boxing.
Usyk, Dubois, two biggest and best in the division?
I would say so, yes. I would say so. It doesn't get any bigger than this. To my recollection, I don't think there's been an undisputed, especially heavyweight, in this country ever. Has there?
No, this is the one. No,
yeah, so it doesn't get bigger than this. And currently, this Usyk and Dubois is the biggest fight in world boxing.
What do you think makes Oleksandr Usyk's training and technique stand out in the heavyweight division? Is it his exceptional footwork, allowing him to control the ring with agility? Or perhaps it's his ability to mix intelligence with speed, reacting to every move and creating opportunities in real time? Usyk's focus on precision over raw power is another unique aspect of his game. Let's discuss what makes his style so effective and how do you think it will fare in his upcoming bouts?